Hi everyone, this is Tracy. This week's freebie is a Mama SVG. It's called Mama Fueled by Love and Caffeine, and I wanted to show you a few different ways that you can use one SVG to turn it into several different types of projects. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring in our SVG. Upload it. I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop it here. Okay, continue. And it's going to land on our canvas here. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go ahead and make a couple copies of these so they're just easier for me to grab. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this, and I want to show you these four letters right here are different colors, so they are not connected. So the first thing you could do is you could go through and change your colors here. Now remember, the color that you see on your screen doesn't represent the vinyl that you're going to cut if you are using HTV or adhesive vinyl. This is just for visual purposes. But if you were going to leave this exactly how it is, like to print it out for sublimation or printable vinyl, whatever you're going to use, then obviously you could go ahead and change your colors on here on your screen. But I wanted to show you, if you were going to be doing, let's say, adhesive vinyl or HTV, if you've done that project before where you layer, if you leave the SVG the way that it is and it's overlapped right here, this would be cut out of black HTV and then or adhesive vinyl, either one. But then when you go to lay it on top of each other, you have a possibility of that seam showing through where the vinyl is on this one. So when they're overlapped, you might have a hump underneath. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to create an offset so you can slice it out of the word above it. So I'm just going to go ahead and come up here, and I'm going to do offset, and I'm going to do 0.05. Okay, and then you can see it down here. I'm going to click apply, and I'm just going to go ahead and change that color of the offset. You can tell the one that I chose was this offset here. If I would have chose this, it would be the words, so offset. And I'm just going to go ahead and change the color to green just so you can see a little bit better. And then I'm going to hide this word. So what you can do is come through here. If you wanted to slice it all at once, you could. So for that example, we would come over here and I would just weld this so they're all the same color. Bring this back to the front. And then you could just grab this and slice. And the reason that you would have to weld that is because in Design Space, you can only slice two things at a time. So now I would just go ahead and remove this, move this up here, get rid of all of our little pieces here, and then you would bring this back and this would fit right inside of here. So that's how you would do an offset. So to say if you wanted to do, like I said, for HTV or adhesive vinyl, you would do it that way. So, but what you can do is if you wanted to keep all those different colors, you can also do it this way. So this is not welded anymore. We're going to go ahead and ungroup this, leaving that same offset that we had. You would click on the first one here, hit your shift button, and then click on the offset. Now you have two items selected. You would come down, click slice, then you would click on the A and click on that offset again, holding your shift, click on the offset, slice, and then just repeat for the other ones. And slice. So then we go ahead and pull this up here. Get rid of all this, just delete it, and then bring back your words. And there you go. And now you can go back to having different colors for your letters if you need to. Okay, so that's one example. Let's go ahead and group that, and I'm going to hide it. Bring this one back. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to ungroup this, and I'm going to show you how to use a digital paper with your design. Now, this would be something that you would print, so you could either do this printable vinyl, you could do, this would be for sublimation, you could print it on cardstock if you wanted to make a card. But I'm going to show you how to do digital paper. But first I'm going to show you, I'm going to do an offset. Actually, I'm going to do an inset in the letters here. So I'm going to click on my M, come back up to my offset, and now I'm going to make this minus 0.5, hit apply, and you see how the inside fills in? And I'm going to do that on all of these. It's going to stay the same that you already had. Offset, apply, offset, apply. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way here. I'm going to do a digital paper inside of here. There's two different ways that you can do this. You can either upload a digital paper, and you can find digital papers on Creative Fabrica Design Bundles has them as well. If you don't have a Creative Fabrica membership, you could type in free digital papers and find it that way. If you have their membership, though, of course, you can download whatever you like for those. But I have a packet in my shop that I'm going to be using. They are these right here. I'm going to be using this yellow plaid right here. These can be purchased in my shop. Of course, I'll leave a link for those. But like I said, you can get digital papers lots of different places online. So what I'm going to do, like I said, there's two different ways that you can do this. You can upload it as a pattern fill, or you can bring it in and slice it. And I'll show you both ways. So if we click upload, we can go to upload image, and then again, I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop. I'll do this red one here since I don't have that one uploaded yet. Oh, let me go back and do it this way. You need to do it as a pattern fill. Now we're going to upload the pattern, and I'll drag it in. You can choose your colors. So when you upload a pattern, you don't have to do this. This is optional, but you could do like these so that you could remember what they are, and then upload. And this is now going to be in your pattern fill. So we're going to go back to the canvas. Okay. And then you would come here. This right here is what I want to change, but I have to come up to this and I have to change it to a print then cut. And that's going to give you another option. So when you click on here, now you have a pattern option. And that last one that I just did, you can click on it and it's going to show you inside of here. You can also edit pattern. Now this is the part where I was having the issues. I'm not sure if Design Space has updated something or if I just am not sure how to do this anymore, but it used to be you could bring this in and scale it in. See, I think this looks better this way, and I wanted to keep it this way. But when I click off of it, it goes right back to the way it was. Okay, so in case you didn't see it, edit pattern. See, I'm zooming in on it, but it's not staying over here. So like I said, if you know how to do this, you tell me, drop a comment and let me know. But I can't get it to stay this zoomed in. I looked for a save button, I hit just enter, and I just can't get it to save. So I'm going to show you a different way to do it. So let's go ahead and undo this and get rid of it. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and bring in that pattern, like I said. So when you do it this way, you just upload it just like you would a PNG or an SVG, but this is the one I'm going to be using. Okay, you go through all the steps just like you do when you upload anything. Apply, flat graphic, upload, and then it's on your screen. Now I'm going to size mine down. I'm going to take it to about 5. And I'm going to send this to the back. I'm actually going to duplicate it because I need 4 of them because we're doing it 4 times. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just kind of line it up in the back here. I'm going to click on that M. You can see it over here. Well, actually, let me change this back to basic cut so you know how we're doing it here. It was a black before, so let's turn it to black. Okay, so I'm going to click on the black, on that M, hit my shift button, and then click on the digital paper, because remember, you can only slice 2 things. Click on slice, and then we can pull this out and delete it, and you can delete it, and there it is. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Send to the back, click on the A, hold your shift button, click on the paper, hit slice, delete, and then delete the inside of it, and then the same thing with the other ones. Send those to the back. And you can line it up however you like on here. I'm just doing a quick job so I can show you how to do this. Slice, delete. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, the back letters right here, like this one is a dark brown, and then there's different colors on here. I could have changed them all at the same time and made it easier on myself before I started slicing, but I'm going to go through here. These are the letters here, and I want these to be white. Okay, so I'm just going to change that to white. I'm going to click through all of these and just change these to white. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to group this. Okay. And now I'm going to come back to my offset, and I'm going to do 05, apply, and I'm going to change that to brown. So right now it's all black. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to change that to this dark brown. And I'm going to grab this. Let me bring this up first here. So let me go ahead and make sure this is grouped. Let me group that together. Okay, and then I'm going to align this. I want this up here. Let me make sure it's to the front. Okay, and then you can position it whatever looks good to you. Go ahead and align that again. Okay, now this is ready for, after I attach it here, bring it down just a little bit more. Okay, we're going to grab both of these and we are going to flatten. All right, so now this is ready to be used as sublimation, or you can print it on cardstock. Like I said, sticker paper, whatever floats your boat, go ahead and resize it. But I do want to show you something that if you're going to do, say, print and cut, like you're just going to print it, you're not really going to cut it, you're going to cut it with your hands if you're going to use it for sublimation. But for this, you see the little red thing that's popped up here? It's telling you that it's too big. So it's going to auto resize, it'll drop down. But I want this to be 10 inches because that's about the size that I usually do on a sweatshirt. So I'm going to come up to here and I'm going to change this to 10. And again, that little thing is going to pop up again. But one thing that you can do, if you come up to your settings, over here where it says load type, print and cut, change the page. My paper that I have is 8.5 by 11. So that's really what I want to leave in there. But because I want this a little bit bigger, I'm going to change this to 8.3, 11.7 and click done. And now that's gone. And I can leave this at 10 inches. I wouldn't go too much bigger. You probably could do maybe 10.2. And the reason that I say that, let me go ahead and save this first so we don't lose anything. When you come over and you click your button to print it from your computer or from your printer, on your screen over here, you're going to see this is your 12 by 12 mat and here is your paper. So I know that my paper is 8.5 by 11. So I can tell by looking at this that this is going to print okay. And I'll be able to just cut it out by hand, like I said. But if you were to go too big, now remember your paper size that you have is 8.5 by 11. So you don't want to go too big because let's say you came up here and you wanted to do 10.5 and then you go to make this. You know, obviously if your paper is bigger, then you won't have a problem. But if your paper is 8.5 by 11 like I have, I wouldn't risk printing it because it's going to end up cutting out 1/2. So just keep that in mind when you get ready to print something. You want to keep it in the size that you know that your paper is going to print. Okay, so that's another design idea. Let's go ahead and hide that. And let's bring this one back. Okay, so another thing that you can do, I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this. I'm going to type out the word grandma because if I'm going to make myself a little bag, I want it to say grandma. Cap locks, grandma. And then I'm going to go to my font here. This is a system font that I have already installed. Okay, and the name of it is Sport Champ, I believe. Okay, this one right here. Now, if you don't have this font, of course, I'll leave the link for it on my blog post, but if you want a font that's this style, if you type in varsity font, sports font, college font on Creative Fabrica or wherever you're looking, that's typically what this style font is. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make this bigger. I know when you find a design that you really like, whether it's one of my designs or Creative Fabrica or wherever you are, a lot of times instead of the word grandma, you want it to say Mimi or Gammy or, you know, whatever it is that you like. This is one way that you can change the style of a design to fit you. So if the designer has made it so that you have an option where you can ungroup this, move this out of the way, this is a really easy way to take a design and make it your own. So I would take this, go ahead and hide that, bring this up here, and then again, you could change your colors. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit taller. I want to unlock this, and I want to make my font a little taller. I don't want to stretch it out too much because it'll be distorted looking. I think I am going to make it a little bit bigger, and just go ahead and align this. Okay, again, it's whatever looks good to your eye. And then I could change the colors. Go in here and if we ungroup this, I can go through and, you know, make these different colors. I don't know what colors I would do. This is just given an example so you guys can do what you like. Obviously I wouldn't go that bold, but you never know. So then you would cut these out of your vinyl or whatever it is, or you could go through like I just showed you with the digital paper and create digital papers to do that. And then we could change the color of this if we wanted to. Kind of going crazy here. Bring this to the front. And then go back and grab these again. Go ahead and group those. Line and center. Bring that back to the front. Anytime you do something in Design Space, it'll bring it to the front. So like just a second ago, those weren't grouped, but I just grouped them so it jumped them back to the top. So now that's why this is in the back again. Okay, so like let's say I wanted to go ahead and just turn that into a print and cut. Okay, so if you flatten it, that's going to turn it into a print and cut. But those are a couple different ways that you can do this week's freebie. And then of course the original design. Go ahead and bring this back so you can see all of them here. Okay, we got the original one. We've got one that we made into our own. We have the digital paper and then one that is sliced out. Simple way that you can change one single SVG into a few different designs. This week's freebie, it is on my blog post. It is design number 248. Of course, you know, I will leave the names of the fonts that I used and any other information that you guys need. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments or come on over to the Facebook group and ask a question. Take a screenshot of your screen if you have a question and come on over to the Facebook group and ask. I'm always willing to help you guys if you have questions. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I appreciate you. Until next time, have a wonderful day on purpose.